Well, hello, folks. Welcome to another episode of Whiskey Calling here. It's a Wednesday eve after work. It's about 6:30 or so. Beautiful sunny day. Nice little breeze. And I stopped home on the way home from work here, and I picked up Templeton rye. And I haven't heard much about Templeton before. I never tried it. It's barrel strength, as you can see there. It's straight rye whiskey. It's limited bottling, 2018. It's 57.2%. That's the barrel strength coming out. 114.4 proof. And yeah, I guess I was just reading the back here before I started shooting the video. And I guess Templeton is in Iowa. Population 362 people. And it says here, small town, strong spirit. And it has a little bit of explanation on the back of the bottle here. It says, this special addition to the Templeton family is a barrel strength edition, matured to perfection in flame charred American oak barrels. Natural, non-chilled filtered, and bottled to 57.2%. This limited release is bursting with rye spice and black pepper, giving way to summer fruits, butterscotch, and oak. Templeton rye barrel strength is both complex and intriguing and represents the expression in its purest form. This exquisite whiskey is a fitting tribute and salute to the town of Templeton, a small town with a strong spirit. So yeah, actually, I knew nothing about it. Kind of grabbed it off the shelf and was kind of just in the mood for rye, trying a new rye, and saw the barrel strength. It seemed kind of reasonably priced for a barrel strength. I think it was around $70 or something in that range. I thought, okay, hey, let's take a flyer on this thing. But then as I read that back, I'm getting a little bit excited. I kind of, the tasting notes that it talks about in the back to me sound really intriguing. It sounds like something I think I would kind of in the mood for, to be honest. So let's give this a shot. I hope you guys got a rye yourselves or anything else that you're enjoying. Let's see what this cork pop sounds like. Oh, there's a truck going by, so just wait for the quiet moment here. Oh yeah, that wasn't bad. Hopefully you folks can hear that. Oh. Quite a deep, rich, just smelling a little bit out of the bottle there. Quite a nice, deep, rich, almost slightly fruity, but kind of an interesting aroma, nose there to start. Yeah, it's a nice dark color, kind of a golden brown, I might say. It's kind of nice, maybe a touch of red in there. Kind of a nice looking color. Yeah, it's a really nice nose. It's got kind of a little bit of that bubblegum rye, the bubblegum and the hockey cards kind of smell that I get from ryes quite often and taste. It's got a bit of that in a really nice way, but it's got a little bit of a, a little bit of a, it smells, it's funny, I don't know if I've ever said this before on the channel as I'm nosing whiskey, but it almost smells textured. It smells thick. And again, of course it's got that 57+% in here too, but there's a little bit of the alcohol, but it almost smells like it's going to have a thick texture, if that makes sense. Let's see what it tastes like. Interesting. The first taste here is a little you know, it has a lot of the same notes as the nose does, you know, the palate, but it's a little more muted. It's a little more muted than the nose, I would say, at least on that first sip. But a lot of the similar notes that I mentioned on the smell are definitely coming out in the palate as well. But it's just a little bit more muted. I was expecting it to have a little bit more of a, like I was talking about, a richer texture. I was expecting something a little bit of a stronger push. But yeah, just going back to the nose, it's the nose again is really has a pop to it. Let's see what the second sip is like. Okay, yeah, some of those flavors are coming out a little bit more now. And definitely like through, like at the beginning of the sip and near the end of the sip and the finish, there's definitely some good black pepper spice there. There's sort of a, you know, get a little of that bubble gum that I was talking about. But right in the middle of the sip, it's actually a little bit less strong as you might taste. I mean, you know, it's almost a little bit muted right in the middle there, kind of from about 25% to 75% timeline on the sip. It kind of has a bit of a mutedness to it, and surprisingly so for something that's barrel strength like this, right? So, but it's got a nice, you know, it's a nice warm finish and a flavorful finish, and it does coat the mouth relatively well. It's got a little bit of a nice balance there. Let's try it one more time. Yeah, but again, as I smell it again, there's a real pop on the nose, which is really pleasant, really nice. You know, I'll tell you folks, this is a really easy drinking rye, barrel strength rye. It's, you know, for the alcohol percentage, it's not overly hot, it's not overly spicy. You know, if you were to share this with somebody who didn't drink rye all that often, you know, maybe at a party or a friend or whatever, this could sneak up on them real quick because it's a pretty high percentage. But it doesn't taste like it, you know, and so sometimes that can be a good thing, sometimes that can be a bad thing. But it's got some really interesting flavors in it. Some, you know, there's enough spice there. You know, it's certainly not a boring sip, but it's a little bit more understated for what you might be expecting, especially after you smell it, and especially after you're considering the alcohol percentage. Anyway, folks, I thought I would just share this with you guys and shoot a quick video. Hope you have enjoyed yourselves. So cheers and have a great night. We'll talk again soon.